Venus and Chiron ordinarily meet once a year, and when they do, it gives us a chance to choose because this energy has a range of expression, but it's likely to be one of extremes. On the one hand, this can bring with it profound healing of our hearts, an ability to acknowledge our deeper vulnerabilities where it comes to love, but also self-love, where it comes to our understanding of prosperity and our worthiness to have it, and where it comes to our understanding of what it is of value that we bring to any given circumstance. But it is a conjunction, which means that the flip side is also true, which is that it could actually be an awareness of where in the moment some wounding does occur that actually allows us to recognize where it is that healing is long overdue. Regardless of whether or not this is energy that feels as if it has us feeling exposed and vulnerable in ways that are uncomfortable, in ways that we'd rather avoid, or whether it is that we're able to take those types of moments that happened in the past and now turn them into a strength, allowing us to be a force of healing from a level of heart. It is this guy now, right out of the gate, that says, here's a choice, here's an option. Are we going to continue the wounding, or are we going to own our power to transform ourselves, to connect with heart, to connect with love, and thereby inspiring other people to do the same? That moment, that split second of making the choice, well, both can seem alluring. It can feel just to continue a pattern of hurting others, but ultimately we're hurting ourselves. But it can also be mighty difficult to allow ourselves to go deep enough to connect with the source of our pain. But if we do, that is when real authentic power is found, because then we are no longer ruled by the things that hurt us, but rather we move forward towards the things that inspire us to be more, to love more ourselves and the world. Now, how Venus and Chiron might speak to you depends on your sun, moon, and rising. Take all three into consideration, synthesize the information to make it unique to you. And of course, lots more horoscopes are available on my YouTube channel, Nadiya_Shah, and over in the superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com or thefutureismagical.com. Aries, Venus conjunct Chiron in your sign. Of all the signs out there, you are likely to feel the most vulnerable on that level of heart, but also the more willing to be open. It is, as we enter this week, that it is you that is most likely to have an experience that feels profound and is most likely to feel healing. It wakes up a spirit of healing within you, especially wherever it is that you might need it, whether it shows up in your relationships in terms of romantic relationships, or it shows up in other connections with other people. This is a chance to put a lot of the hurt behind you, whether it was you that was hurt, whether you perpetuated the hurt. This is a chance to get really honest about that, and where appropriate, to make amends, to receive them from others or to give them. It is from that place that you just might find renewal and real opportunity to understand the wisdom of heart and how deeply it is that you can love. Taurus, Chiron meeting your ruling planet Venus, well, that in and of itself would say your vulnerabilities are on high. But you add to this the fact that this meeting is happening in the sign just before yours. There is likely a lot going on levels of soul, psyche, and spirit. But this can also represent a time when some hurt from the past, whether it was romantic or otherwise having to do with other people, well, you're finally able to bring any lingering feelings to a close in some way. You're able to finally feel like now you can move forward. For some, that appreciation might come on very much by surprise. You have a moment and all of a sudden you realize, oh wow, some energy within you has shifted. Whatever resentment, however residual was there, has now left, and it opens your heart that much more to welcome in love from all kinds of sources, from others, but also from yourself. Gemini, the love of friendship, genuine camaraderie. You know, they say air signs fall in love with their best friend. That certainly is true for the Geminis out there. And where it is that there is a need to bring a spirit of healing, a spirit of forgiveness, this just might be where you find it. That doesn't necessarily mean you need to welcome back into your life somebody who's no longer there, who you no longer want there. But whether it is with a friend that that healing takes place, whether a friend just helps you to understand something that might have hurt you, maybe recently, maybe long ago, and they become part of helping you to facilitate a type of shift of energy that helps you to move forward. Well, that's the kind of opportunity we have here. It could be that a friend serves as a sage in your life, or it just might be you who owns your own sage vibration and brings that to certain groups or brings that to the friends near you. Cancer, Venus meeting Chiron at the top of your sky, having to do with career, life purpose, and visibility. It is amazing how we can talk ourselves out of what it is we really want or what it is we're really going for. It can be quite amazing how it is that our own feelings of inadequacy can come forward when it is that it feels like something we've wanted, a goal we've been working towards is within our grasp. Now, that might be you. However, if you are someone who identifies your aims and your goals as a healer of any kind, and I know that's a really broad umbrella, well, Venus meeting Chiron will actually help to propel your career aims forward. This can also be a lot of vulnerability and uncertainty around being more visible. That might be what's required at this time. And it is in allowing yourself to be seen by more people in a wider sense that you just might heal something very deep. Leo, Venus moving through fellow fire sign Aries invites you to get philosophical about healing your heart. It invites you to think about what it is you really believe, but really why? How did you come up with those conclusions where it comes to all matters of love? And this is bringing a spirit of love to your philosophical beliefs, your spiritual beliefs, even your political beliefs as well. Where is it that some of those are rooted in your wounding? And where is it that some of those might actually be rooted in something more altruistic, a desire to bring a spirit of healing? On the other hand, this energy just might work out with you feeling a sense of healing with your relationship with the world, falling in love with the world, or more practically, for those of you open to love, this could be an international love that calls you now. Virgo, profound change, truth, transformation, and wealth. Now, where it comes to money attracting resources, this just might be a chance to heal some emotional issues around prosperity so that you can be that much more open to greater wealth than you've known before, but also to recognize emotional and spiritual wealth at this time. This can be a very profound pull towards another person. You might recognize how a moment with them might be very healing, but it might also be wounding that you ultimately turn into an understanding of your healing. But it seems like there is some intimacy that takes place, whether it's vulnerability with your partner or somebody new. It has the ability to reach very deep within you. And as such, you are able to understand that much more fully what it is that your heart wants and how it is that as a result of an honest moment, well, you end up being able to be more honest with yourself, and that changes everything. Libra, partnerships of all kinds, business partnerships, but also romantic partnerships as well are going to be emphasized. And so Venus meeting Chiron, well, it might feel as if another person, whether it's an attraction or an established bond, well, they might do something that feels like it hurts you and you don't necessarily understand why. I mean, maybe you do, but perhaps your own reaction might not fit the depth with which you're actually feeling it. But for all that, remember, where relationships have been difficult, this is going to bring a chance to admit the pain that has been there. And that's the first step towards healing it. Whether that means healing the relationship itself or moving forward from past hurts, ultimately, you're making wiser choices in the context of love. And that ensures that you have that much more to bring to any given context, any given moment. And with a spirit of openness, with a spirit of finally forgiving the thing that might have felt it was lingering for way too long, you're able to love that much more fully going forward from here. Scorpio, how does love show up in your daily life in the smallest moments as you move through life? You know, this is the part of the sky being lit up with this conjunction that I call the proof is in the pudding part of the sky. And that means it's not about what someone is saying. It's not even about what someone or you are feeling. It's about what's being demonstrated consistently that tells you if love is there. Your answers are going to be uniquely your own, but if in the details you see love, this can be a moment of profound healing, bonding with another. But if the details are telling you that they're saying one thing, but the reality is something different based on their actions, you'll have no choice but to admit that to yourself. But that just might be the first steps towards your meaningful healing as part of aligning with greater love than before. Sagittarius, romance, flirtation. Now, this is a flirtation that is either going to be very uncomfortable. It feels like it exposes you way more than you feel okay with, or it's going to represent a meeting that feels like it heals something very deep within you. Now, that is, of course, if you're open to love. But if it is that you're just dating somebody, yeah, some of these moments might play out as well. A moment with them either feels healing or it feels wounding. This is an energy of extremes. Now, in established bonds, this is also true. However, the thing is that this is about what you need to feel loved. And if you've had that with this person, well, this might be a time when you get to affirm that or communicate that in some way as part of bonding more deeply on a heart level. Regardless of where this energy takes you, understand that this is about your experience of love, how you communicate it, and how it is that you're willing to open yourself that much more fully to welcoming in love than you've known before. Capricorn, love and the past are intimately connected. And if anybody out there is likely to feel like you feel the hurt, the disappointment from the past for the last time, and then you finally move forward, it really is going to be you. It just might surprise you how experiences from the past are showing up in your present life, especially where it comes to matters of heart. The overwhelming majority are going to find in established bonds with people that you're just getting to know. You're learning more about their past and you're connecting it to yours, and it helps you to feel closer. But that small percent out there, if you felt that this might not be the person for you, this is where you connect whatever's happening now to some deeper past patterns as part of figuring out the next best steps for you. Aquarius, mind and heart are intimately connected under this energy, and it's as if you finally are able to wrap your head around, get your head clear, or finally hear what it is that someone else is telling you. Now, this could relate to a situation that's past or present, but there's something very spontaneous about how it is that the memory or the information or the inspiration just arises seemingly out of nowhere. But it's exactly what you need to appreciate so that you can move forward. Ultimately, this is about finally hearing what someone is saying to you. And once you do, you're able to find a deeper level of acceptance, whether that takes you closer to them or another way. Pisces, love and self-love are intimately tied for you now, and how it is that your self-love, whether it is the abundance of it or the lack of it in the past, has shown up in your romantic history. Well, all of that awareness might stir for you, and for some it might feel uncomfortable, and yet it is necessary, because once you understand, you're able to understand what it is that's worth moving forward from and what it is that perhaps you've gained as a result of the things that maybe didn't feel as easy as you had hoped, especially in the context of romantic connections. Outside of that, though, a big lesson here is money and love do not mix, especially at this time. You alone are enough to have all the love in the universe. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.